Hi, it's Peter from Kaffeine. I'm in Great Titchfield Street, which is my very first location, which we opened in 2009. And today I've got a bit of story about food. And you know that food is really, really important to this business because our first core value is hospitality. We have three subsets underneath that: coffee, obviously, service, and food. Now, back when I first opened though, there was a really grey area on what you could do or what you could prepare for food within your coffee shop. Because in those days, we had what's called an A1 license, or this shop itself was an A1 licensed shop. So for example, a restaurant is A3. In a restaurant, you go in, you sit down, you take orders, you get food brought to the table. An A1 shop is a retail shop. So anywhere that sells clothes, for example, is an A1 shop. And in those days, basically, we didn't know what we could do to cook. I didn't know, but I knew I wanted to have food. And I was really, really inspired by Ottolenghi and Jamie Oliver. Okay, so in those days, Ottolenghi, incredible food, beautiful salads, maybe not so good coffee. Jamie Oliver, of course, making really good food as well. And then Flat White in Berwick Street, absolutely banging on the coffee, amazing on the service. The food was okay. They're all cooked in front of you. And then there was another place called Taylor Street Baristas. Okay, three people two brothers and a sister who set that up. They had their first shop in Richmond, and I'm pretty sure their second shop was in Liverpool Street. And I knew them from going out to Square Mile cuppings and Square Mile roastery nights. So I went up and met with them one day, and I said to Andrew, what can I do? Can I cook food in my coffee shop? I was just about to open. He goes, mate, you do whatever you want, okay? You're basically selling food for retail sale, but you need to be able to prepare that food. Can I have an oven? Yeah, of course you can. Put stuff in the oven and make it. So of course, off we went. So downstairs, which I'm going to show you in a moment, we have the kitchen, okay? Again, back in those days, there was an amazing place called Fernandez in Wells. One of their main stores was in Soho, and he had this superb, fantastic counter full of food. What he didn't have was any sort of cover over it. So the food was all out on display. It looked absolutely amazing, but what I wanted to do was have this glass cabinet. So the food would come up, and you know from when you come in this shop, it's all beautiful food down here below. And on top of this up here, we could put all of our cakes, okay? But you've also got protection from the elements for the food that you have, yeah? So we started off with doing obviously breakfast items. We have filled croissants, we have fruit salad, we do a lot of baked items as well. At lunchtime, I knew that I wanted to have a lovely, beautiful selection of salads and a lovely, beautiful selection of sandwiches. And we also have at lunchtime, what's really famous now is our quiche. And we sell loads of that every day, okay? The food here is incredibly important because what you have as the customers come in the door is they're coming into this point first, and they're waiting in the queue and looking at your food and being tempted by it. You might remember in another video I did, what I wanted to do was have the coffee machine at the front and the food at the back. And my architect said, no, you don't want to do that. You need to have people flowing past, and it's been an important part of that. Now, I wrote a blog piece a long time ago, and it's about the difference between A1 and A3 licensing. It's the most read blog piece that I've ever done because a long time ago, many people didn't really know what they could do or what they could cook. I even got investigated by Westminster Council, and this is in the blog. Westminster Council came along and they said, hey, we think you're pushing the boundaries here, mate. We're going to do an investigation on you. So they came in, they took away my menus, they came in and took photos of all the kitchen. They came back and they said, okay, you really should maybe have less seats. I'm like, less seats? I've got 26, so I can't do anything else. And they said, okay, we think you're okay, you're A1 licensed, but we're going to let you do what you want to do, all right? Things have changed recently, and I'm really not much of an expert on this, but they have changed. They've now changed to what's called, I think it's called E-class, okay? The business you're in, the retail shop, is called an E-class, yeah? After the pandemic, one of my most amazing chefs ever, Vasso, she said to me, I think, Peter, we should start doing a brunch menu, because we never used to do this before. All our food was basically prepared for retail sale. Most of it, retail, being for takeaway. Some people are eat in. But what we now do, we have a lovely limited brunch menu where we can cook food to order downstairs in the kitchen. I can absolutely tell you that it's been superb for us. Because when I want people to come here, when people come here, the most important thing for me is to have a lovely experience. And having this incredible food from the kitchen absolutely elevates that experience as well. Okay then, so we're going to go down into the kitchen. I want to show you what we do down there, but effectively in summary, in the old days, A1 license, no one really knew what they were doing, really grey area. We pushed the boundaries a little bit. I got investigated for it, they let me go, okay? But having food that's beautiful, that's fresh, that's inviting, is just going to add more of a revenue process to your revenue stream. And I remember someone said to me once, yeah, but should I do food? Because chefs are a real problem, aren't they? And I said to them, you ever employ baristas? And they go, no. And I go, well, it's the same thing, okay? You want food in your business, employ some chefs. Let's go down to the kitchen and I'll show you through there. All right, so here we are down in the kitchen. Now, when I first opened, this room was effectively here, and it was the kitchen. It was a really rundown, pretty bad kitchen. And over time, of course, we've improved it and changed it, and it is what it is today, yeah? So I'm gonna take you through, show you the different sections and how everything works, okay? So if you come down this way, this is our main chef section. Right? So the main chef is here in the mornings. They're preparing a lot of the breakfast items, and then coming into lunch, they're getting a lot of the salads ready and the quiches ready, doing a lot of cooking on our induction cooktop, doing a lot of the roasting in the oven, and of course the dishwasher here with the sink, okay? But this is the lead chef section. Now, we used to have almost 3 chefs every day. What we do these days is we generally always have 2 chefs in the kitchen. Sometimes we'll have 3, it depends how much we do. If you remember, we're selling maybe somewhere between 100 and 150 cakes per day. So there's a lot of baking done as well, yeah? Now this section here is the baking section. So this is where your second chef or even your third chef will be working. So here they have all their products that they need, all their dry stores, our recipes that were done as well, okay? Now, of course, once you make something 1,000 times, you pretty much know what you're doing, but any new chef will have these beautifully costed recipes out they can follow, okay? And then on this side, we have what's called our sandwich section. So again, for breakfast, we're doing our breakfast sandwiches or brioches, and then at lunchtime, again, the brioches as well. So what we do is we make the food in this kitchen. Chefs start at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then we put the food up on display. And then through the morning, or through the lunchtime as well, we're basically ringing down and saying, chef, we need more. Chef, we need more. Can I have more brioches? Can I have more salad? And so they're preparing the food down here that's going to go upstairs, okay? And what we do is I put them up on the display upstairs onto these platters. So you have your brioches on the platter, you have your salad on the platter. Our record for salads in one day is 21 platters of salad. A long time ago, okay? Super busy, but that's the chef down here making. These days we do maybe 14 to 15 platters of salad on a really busy day, okay? So that's the kitchen. You can see everything we do, we make here in the kitchen. It's all made fresh. It's all made from scratch. All the sauces, everything is absolutely made fresh. There's nothing that goes to waste. Our chefs are amazing. I love them. They're fantastic. They work really hard. Okay, I'll see you later.